guys, it's Melanie and I'm back with another homeschooling video. I am just loving doing these. It's back to school season, so I'm just showing you guys what we're doing for the school year. And I actually just did a video on our little homeschool corner here in the living room, so I'll link that below, and all of our other homeschool stuff. But anyway, this video in particular is about the Printable curriculum on ABCMOUSE.com. I know a lot of homeschooling moms have questions about that website. I know that I did. They have online curriculum for like preschool through, I think it's first grade. And I had a lot of questions about the website in general. I know a lot of moms don't necessarily love the website for different reasons. Because kids want to like go play with this hamster on there instead of like doing the lessons, which my son was one of those kids. A lot of homeschool moms like in groups on Facebook talk about this. So I don't necessarily recommend the website. It's okay. I don't hate it. It is a pretty good website, but I definitely recommend the printables on there. They have free printables if you like pay for the membership. They have free printables on there. So all of this was printed off. This is a pretty decent amount, right? There are things for my 2-year-old, and then there are pages for my first grader, which I'm going to show you guys an up close look at kind of what it looks like. I do want to say that my son last year, he went to like an online charter school, like public school kind of a deal, and like you can kind of pick and choose some of that curriculum, or like they give it to you depending on what school you go to. But that curriculum was extremely comparable to the ABCMOUSE, almost dead on. So if you're looking for a curriculum, I totally recommend ABCMOUSE for printables, maybe not necessarily the website. But if you go on the website and you pay like for the first month, which is under $10, and then you have like your whole curriculum. I mean, you can definitely, go get some more things off Pinterest or anything else that you want to. But it's definitely comparable, and you're about to see that in a minute. But I just want to say, I do put this in my little folder, or my binder rather. And then in this section right here, I put things we're currently working on, if we're like not completely done with the paper, or things that I want to work on like the next day. And then of course I keep my little hole punch in here. You're going to see it. I'll put it up closer. And then I have everything sectioned off the way I want it to. And here's like just coloring the ABCs for my 2-year-old. And then if you flip back more, like cut out the world. And then there are colors. These are for my 2-year-old. And then telling time for my first grader. What else is there? Patterns. And then these are you color by the sight word. I love these things. I also have like color by numbers and things like that. And then these, I just love this, but I have it sectioned off. I'm going to show you guys. I'm not sure why I'm showing you this now. It's not really pretty decorated. My daughter, had some coloring on here, but I totally recommend the curriculum because it's cheaper than going out and buying a curriculum. To print it off at home. You pay like $20 for an ink cartridge and use the whole thing. You get your paper from Staples. I actually just had to go buy some more, and you do it when they have a rebate deal. So like this whole thing was $1, or they do it for like a penny depending. And then like 1 month of ABCMOUSE. That's what, like 20 bucks that I paid? No, 30 if you use a whole thing of $20 ink. And then for $30 I have like all of my curriculum instead of like buying it for more. I don't know, if you have a better solution, let me know for sure, because I definitely want to know in the comments below. But anyway, I'm going to give you guys an up-close look at this and what everything looks like. But I totally recommend this, even though I might not necessarily recommend the games on the website. So anyway, here's the video. I'm totally rambling. Alrighty, guys, here it is, our homeschool binder. Nothing too fancy. My daughter, who is two, made a design, and we just wrote homeschool binder. The binder itself is from Target, and it came with the dividers in it, and it came with, there's like a little pouch back here. Where is it? Like, I don't know what I'm going to put in there yet, but it did come with a pouch. And, everything's super inexpensive right now back to school. I love buying extra stuff in case we run out. Anyway, of course up front I keep my hole punch. Does any other mom love her hole punch like way too much? Because I love this thing. I think that was from Staples, like a couple bucks back to school. I'm going to show you guys how I have it set it up, and then of course all of the curriculum, because that's what you're here for. All of the curriculum in here is from ABCMOUSE. So this section in the front It's stuff we either worked on yesterday and we're going to complete today, or stuff I want to work on today or tomorrow. Just stuff I had like set aside. So this we started yesterday, and this is just so simple, but I love it. It's like paint by numbers, only it's paint by addition. So like 2 + 3 is 5, and then he's going to go in and paint this yellow. Super easy. Hopefully he puts his name up there. But I just love that. Really super simple. And then we're working on our planets right now, the whole solar system, and I'll show you that in a second because there's more printables. Not a whole lot, but there definitely are some. And my son's coloring them like more accurately, and then this is my 2-year-old. I wanted to include her, of course, you know. She may not be at the level of my first grader, but you know, at least she's being included. Then this one, I love these. They have paint by sight words. So you just, whatever sight word it is, and color it whatever it says. And my son loves these, and I just think it's really great, even if it's an easy one, you know, to kind of get them to remember how to like read or spell certain words, like easy sight words. They also have trace and write out the sight words. There's a lot of these. You'll see that in the actual book. Cutting, because we're working on cutting. My son's really good at cutting. We're just perfecting. And circles we're still working on, because those aren't the best. But he's only in first grade, so they don't really expect the best circles in first grade. But anyway, another color by number. Those are really easy. Not number, sorry, sight word. Those are really easy, but it's just kind of like a, you know, a little review. And then this is color by subtraction. So let's go on to the actual book itself. It's divided up kind of. I'll show you how I have it divided. Nothing too crazy. So yeah. All right. So the first section is just for my 2-year-old, and it's just alphabet coloring pages. Super easy. I think I'm going to put these up on the wall in the homeschool room. She's still learning how to color in the lines. But anyway, that's that. The second section, if I can get this, is stuff we're working on. So right now we're working on planets. I do want to say I have like a curriculum suggestions video, and I'm going to have more of those. So I'll have more on like the universe coming up soon. If you have any suggestions for games or cards or puzzles or anything for learning about planets, please let me know in the comments below, because I really need those. I have one recently I set up where it's like a video talking about the states and different things that we have and use, like games and workbooks, you know, that kind of thing, to learn about states. So if you're interested, I'll link that below, as well as anything else. We're also going to be working on anatomy and dinosaurs. So if you're interested, I'll link those below as soon as I have those up. And if you have any suggestions, please let me know. So anyway, he's still coloring that. And then my 2-year-old, she get the colors right. She's just working on coloring in the lines. I'm pretty sure that these are the only coloring pages that they had. But then I went ahead, I'm going to have to find some more worksheets. So if you know any, please let me know. But I try to include my daughter in what I can. But then there are some things just for my first grader. So like this, obviously my 2-year-old can't do yet. It's just a word search to try to find like simple words. They have to do a space. And then there are some of these. You'll see that there are a ton of like trace the and write out the sight words. But these ones are all related to space. So I put those in here. And then like this one's cut out the world. Again, we're perfecting the cutting out the circles. And then the other section of this part is just colors, because my daughter's working on colors. She knows almost all of her colors, but it can't hurt to help, you know, reiterate that and then teach her anything she might not recognize. And then these ones, my printer started losing ink at this point, because this was like the last thing I printed. And then these are just really simple. I did print these out for both my daughter and my son, because I figured it couldn't hurt just for a simple activity for him. And maybe he might be looking at the words and like remembering how to spell certain things. You know what I'm saying? And then I think I'm going to hang these also in the homeschool space. I just think that makes sense. So anyway, the next section I want to say is math. So the one thing that my son really wants to work on is reading an analog clock. He can read a digital clock, but he really wants to remember. We're working on this. So I wanted to print out as many time worksheets as we can. So this right here that you see, this is all of the time worksheets that were available. That's it. That I could find printable on their website. So if you know any, please let me know. They do have them on there, but that's all that they had. The other math worksheets though are amazing. A lot more like color by subtraction. And then just some basic worksheets, very comparable to like regular first grade work. Some more. I did print most of these front and back, by the way. Paint by addition, and then there's upside down worksheet, and then patterns, things like that. A lot of these are comparable to the ones that the books that the charter school sent in. So if you're wondering, my first grader is going to go to an online charter school, and I'll link it below, like the different curriculum that they sent us. If you want to compare it to the curriculum that you're putting together or this curriculum, it's very comparable. But anyway, yes, that's it. And then these are mostly sight words in this section right here. So paint by sight word, really simple. You know, even if it's words they already know, I think it's just awesome to like, you know, drill some more into their head for review. This one, I think I'm going to have him help his sister, you know, go in the alphabet in order, things like that. I did print some for her because they did have paint by letter, and she's just kind of learning how to color in the lines, but I think he could maybe help her with this. He does a really good job helping her, and I think whenever he tries to teach my 2-year-old, it actually helps it stick better for him. So anyway, lots of those, and then they have a lot of these, which are very comparable to the worksheets that were sent to us. It's just like beginning blends, and then this has like the end of the word and a beginning blend, and then there's simple things like this, short and tall, things we might be able to hang up in the schoolroom, things like that. The same thing again, and then at the end there are a ton of these, a ton of words, so many. I printed, I think, all of them. All of the sight words, they were comparable to the flashcards that were sent to us that he needed to know for kindergarten and first grade, and some extra even. So it's basically just, you know, you see it, you trace it, and then you write it. Simple, you know, simple, something for him to do and get done, and then just kind of get him into writing. He's not a huge fan of writing. I mean, I don't know if a lot of people are, but I mean, that's part of life. You have to do it for school. So, you know, like maybe like one a day, you know what I'm saying? The last section, I think it's, yeah, a couple different things. So this is just something I printed for my 2-year-old, you know, to go over. She knows all these things, but just to talk about, you know, like your body. And then it goes into basic anatomy. I do want to say, we are starting, there goes my AC again, I thought I turned it off. I do want to say that, I wish I would have done my nails, no. We're going to start an anatomy lecture, lesson thing soon, and we're getting stuff together, and I'm going to have like a suggestion video, you know, like a video on everything we use for how to do anatomy. But if you have any suggestions, please let me know, because we have like a toy body, you know, that you take all the parts out of, and we have what do we have, like some new books and things, and what I did find I will try to link below. But if you have any suggestions, please let me know, and then as soon as I have the curriculum together, I'll let you know too. But they did have a couple printables, this is upside down, on ABCMOUSE.com. So if you have any suggestions for more printables, please let me know. But that's about all they had, but I did print those. So I printed these seasons so I can hang them in the homeschool room. And then what else is in here? If I can get this to turn. Jeez, oh Pete's. Oh yeah, soccer, just a basic coloring sheet because he does play soccer. He's a soccer player. These I love. This came with it too. I've been using this as a divider instead of a ruler though, because he has a ruler. So anyway, 3D shapes. I think this is really cool. You know, like you cut it, you fold it, or you want to color it first, cut it, fold it, to make 3D shapes right on par with where they're at in school. And it's just, you know, rectangular prism and a cube, a cylinder, everything's in here to make 3D shapes, which I thought was really neat. And then these are tracing colors. So I think I printed 2 of each, and for my 2-year-old, she's going to try to trace and color and just to kind of work with her. And for my 5-year-old, I think I printed out some extra, hearts, so he can try to, like, why did I print on both sides for him? Because I want him to try to color, or no, I'm sorry, I want him to cut these out. I wasn't thinking when I did that. I definitely wasn't thinking when I printed those back to back. It was just like a habit. I don't know. Anyway, there's some more cutting practice. And then we printed these out. He already did those. There are some really easy mazes. My son thought they were boring. but you know, for like basic mazes, I thought they were pretty good. And then this is a worksheet we already did. And then I have some extra in the back, but that is it. That's everything that I printed. So that is it. I really super duper, I keep saying super duper. Alright guys, so that is it. A look at the ABC Mouse curriculum. If you have any suggestions or things to say about it, please let me know, because you guys know I always want to hear about that. And if you know any awesome homeschool moms or dads or families to follow, please let me know as well. Yeah, if you want to see how we did this corner, how we did our homeschool nook in the closet, if you want to see how we put curriculums together, things like that, I will link that below in the description bar. And if you have any suggestions for further videos, future, please let me know. But that is it. Please stay, please subscribe. DIYs, homeschool, you guys know the drill. Alright, thank you guys for watching. It means the world to me. Bye, y'all. Love yous.